CSL Leesburg. I am Tamara, and it's a pleasure to welcome you here today. So, our theme for 2026 is Open at the Top. And we're in the month of May. So, we have a new theme, and that is Divine Doubt. The title of our talk today is Self Doubt as a Starting Block, and it will be given by our wonderful Reverend Charlene. We are so glad that you took some time out of your day to join us. If you have any prayer concerns or celebrations that you would like us to include later when we do our prayer, please let us know in the chat. And Reverend Charlene will include that when we do our affirmative prayer, which we call spiritual mind treatment. Why? Because it all begins right here with your thoughts. All right, that's all I have to say to kick things off. Please sit back. Take a deep breath, settle in, and enjoy our welcoming video.
Okay, it's not playing. One moment, please. One moment, please. We knew this might happen. I will go to the other place. I do have it. Hold on. It's here. I promise. Whew. Okay. Let's play that one.
Please join us as we create our sacred space.
Now I just need to get into slideshow mode because that was rude. Okay, try it again. One more again.
Please join us as we create our sacred space. We set our intentions of deepening into our awareness and practice of our 5 pillars of spiritual living by lighting this candle in our virtual world. Our first pillar is sacred study, represented by the divine quality of truth. We use this pillar to recognize the importance of an open mind and the power of our minds. The second pillar is affirmative prayer, represented by the divine quality power. This pillar honors the power of prayer in our daily lives. Our third pillar is meditation and the divine quality of peace. This pillar reminds us of the importance of meditation and the peace we feel when we quiet our minds. The fourth pillar is circulation and the divine quality of life. We know that the great law of circulation works in our lives. As we give, so shall we receive. And the fifth pillar is sacred service and the divine quality of love. This pillar affirms our call to be a service to our world as we see through the eyes of love. Let us close our eyes as we bless this sacred space and our time together. As we weave each of these pillars of spiritual living into our service today, may they deepen our own spiritual practices of study, prayer, meditation, circulation, and service, expanding our minds and our hearts to the 5 divine qualities of truth, power, peace, life, and love. We also bless everyone who made our service possible today and everyone in attendance. May the energy of love that is generated here bless everyone abundantly, and so it is. And so it is. So our message today is self-doubt as the starting block. And I thought, how can I tie my meditation into that theme? So I just picked a morning meditation just to remind you how special you are. So sit back, take a few deep breaths. Meditation is when we tell our bodies, Hey, you do so much during the day. Now's the time to just hit that pause button. And it's okay. You can't go, go, go constantly. An engine can't go, go, go constantly. There has to be a stopping, a pause. And that's what we do when we meditate. We put everything on pause and we go within. So you can close your eyes if you like. You can keep them open, but just relax your body, go into a nice, comfortable, relaxed state as I guide you through this meditation today. Today is a new day, a day filled with endless possibilities. You might have a to-do list in your mind or sitting on your kitchen counter, but we know that sometimes our plans get sidetracked, either by choice or by things that happen. But there's a lot that you'd like to do, and it's filled with endless possibilities. You can choose. And the energy of this new day brings vitality and health and abundance and well-being and love. It's a brand new day. As you continue to take deep breaths, think about the oxygen coming into your body and the law of circulation that occurs as we exhale. And allow each new breath to flow into every part of your body, bringing in that clean, pure, sweet, divine energy. And as each breath moves through your body, feel this radiant energy blessing each muscle, each cell. And if necessary, you can send a special, extra bit of energy to a part of your body that maybe lets you know, hey, I need some attention right now. And you can do that. You can direct that divine energy to your back, to your knees, to your shoulders, anything that says, hey, remember me? I need a little love and extra attention right now. Let that divine energy just flow through your body. And as your body fills with this divine energy, just imagine it overflowing. It's as endless as that sky that you might be seeing on your screen. There's a horizon, but there's no end. There's no end, and it's just spilling out on everything and everyone around you. And with every breath, feel that divine energy just expand, giving you complete awareness and confidence that whatever you face today, you've got this. You've got this incredible divine energy flowing through your body that is unstoppable. Everything is possible today. With each breath, remind yourself that this loving divine energy travels with you all throughout your day. And it blesses everyone you meet because they feel it. They recognize, what's up with that person? They just seem to glow from within. Knowing that you bring gladness and healing into the lives of everyone you contact. Because you are filled with this divine light, and this divine energy. Today is a new day filled with endless possibilities. Anything is possible. You got this. All right, that's our meditation for today. Take another deep breath as you join us for some music.
All right, so we're going to return back to what I tried earlier. Make sure it works. 1 second. So we did that one. Okay, come on. That one. And now Leah. You haven't heard anything this whole time? Oh, well, that's interesting. One moment, please. One moment. Just talk amongst yourselves. All right, here we go. I'll give you another one. It's fine. It's fine. All right, come on up one more time, ma'am.
I am a
Yeah?
wanderer, never still, ever will I roam. I shall be a wanderer till the day when I lay me down. I shall wander, never stay. Shall roam. I shall wander till the day when I lay me down. Life grant me strength, journey strength. Life grant me strength to breathe beyond me on my way. I shall a wanderer, never stay. Shall roam. I shall a wanderer till the day when I lay me down. Love grant me strength, grant me strength, grant me strength, grant me strength, grant me strength to breathe, move me on, soothe me on my way. I shall wander, never stop.
goodness, look at that. That was amazing. It's worth the difficulties we go through to get to it. Yeah, technical difficulties, they show up, but wow, Leah, the way you sang and accompanied yourself, and you'll wander and you will roam. I love this because we all should get out a bit more. I'm not just talking about myself. I get out a lot. It's typically the same beaten path of wandering for 3, 4 miles with my dog, but at least I'm outside. I'm not like Aaron and Dan who travel the world and visit with all kinds of people. Then they learn about nature. These two, the way they travel, I think I can tell the secret to the world. The way they travel and interest themselves in ecosystems makes me want to also travel in that way and wander and be curious about exactly how does this whole rich forest have a whole ecosystem that I could be curious about rather than using my mind to anticipate what scary thing is lurking in the tree pre-jumping. Like I pre-react to the thing I'm certain is there, which keeps my nervous system on edge. Now, I'm mentioning this on purpose because I know several friends who are looking at the news, looking at the state of the world, when there are people in power dropping bombs and acting fascist or whatever the names you want to call it, you could use your mind and look at all that stuff and be like me in the beautiful forest, anticipating and pre-jumping because there's probably some sort of snake, like I was mentioning to Julie, I was like, there's probably a mamba in this. She's like, that's not even the right continent. I'm like, yeah, but I'm going to pre-jump ahead of time because there's probably something. And the thing about being afraid ahead of time is not only does it steal your current joy, speaking of myself as if I were in that Costa Rican jungle, as if I were there, I could see myself stealing my own joy because I'm certain that something bad's about to happen because it's giving all the signs about being bad and happening. I could see the analogy that the friends of mine who live in life today that are scrolling news and looking at the headlines, well, they're wandering and it's down paths that are their imagination, and these things may or may not even happen. So it's kind of terrifying. It's so terrifying that people will doubt themselves about doing the stuff that they want to do. So again, I appreciate this video, wandering and the harmonization and the stories that Dan and Aaron tell us about moving throughout nature, and Julie and all the people that camp and just in nature all the time. I love that because it gets my mind to thinking about what if. What if I didn't have to worry so much? What if I'm making stuff up? And I'm also listening to a book as I walk in nature, and the book is about the head and the heart. And last week we did a head and the heart kind of prayer. It was like a meditation where you take your hand over your head and hand over your heart, and you try to just create a bridge where you're living more from your heart and your body, which is the tuning fork of the divine. It has memories that we try to forget, but they're stored in here somewhere. And a lot of times, if we stay in our head, then we can convince ourselves that it's all right not to take risks. It's all right to become a little smaller. It's all right to not live the life that we are meant to live. Because look at all these logical reasons why we shouldn't. Look at all the projections that we can make and predict that things are probably going to be horrible. So I'm not going to try and I'm going to stay small. The head might say that. But then the heart would say, oh, but we're here to do so much more. We're here with these talents, and you see where they fit. And aren't you building? Aren't you putting in the reps so that you can move toward what you're here to do? And yeah, it's scary. Yeah, it's tricky, but it's going to feel really bad if you don't move toward your dream and your desire. But you're uncertain, so you don't move. But you know the thing about certainty? Some of the horriblest things, I know that's not a word, some of the most horrible things have been done out of certainty. think about religious wars. I am certain that my God is the right God, therefore I shall smite thee on behalf of the God that I worship. And the other one's like, well, I'm certain that my God's the right. And they clash. It's kind of okay to be uncertain because then you're in this space of curiosity and openness. And that's kind of better to not be so certain. You can become a zealot if you're so darn certain you've seen every darn thing. That's kind of crazy. How can you have seen everything? You're just one person. Even one tradition will have books and practices and breathing rituals and prayers for that one tradition, but there's myriad other traditions that also have a connection to the divine in their own way. No one path, no one person knows all of the things, because what a huge waste of other people if it's all there inside one person. That doesn't make no sense. So we have to live in a world where we honor our direct connection to the divine and we're curiously moving forward based on something. But the thing is, we have doubts on what that something is. Everybody's in a state of flux right now today. There are people who've lost their job or they're about to lose their job or they're about to enter into the job market. And I would say that uncertainty, that's the order of the day when it comes to working. Because here's the thing. We were taught years and years ago that to have, I made a list of this. Let's go backwards. To have security in life, you need to have an identity of who you are. And that identity will come from the job you have. So I have these little arrows. Your job defines your identity. Your identity will be the source of your security. So you better pick well. You better pick a job that, and I'm saying it that way because I feel like right now, jobs are not the thing that are going to provide security. They're just not. Ask all the people that were laid off. Ask all the people whose school plans, the degree that leads to the job. I mean, we could go way back from the job part because first you had to go to college to get the job. And in college, you had to get grades to get into college. So we could go back to when you were 2 years old and somebody said, so which one is it? You're going to be a doctor, a lawyer, or an engineer? Pick one. Like these were the choices because our parents and the people that raised us wanted us to have security. And there was a defined path to get there, just like little stepping stones. They were well defined. And that was then. And right now, I'm here to tell you, nobody knows what it looks like. AI is here, and we don't know what it even looks like. AI doesn't even know what it looks like. It's being built right now. And I'm using it as a very large term. We all know that AI is a big umbrella term, but you all know what I mean. It's the thing that, is it going to take our jobs or is it going to augment us as we do our jobs? And if so, for how long will it do that before then it finally takes our jobs? And then what are we going to do? People are going to be bored. I don't know either. But what I do know is everybody's kind of freaking out about it. They're me in a jungle about it. Luckily, me in a jungle is the only place where I freak out about things that might happen. I'm in the space of tech, so I don't worry so much about that. But because I'm terrified in a jungle, I can relate. We all have a sense of self-doubt. Even that little bird who broke out of the eggshell and over time, depending on the species of bird, it ended up on the edge of the nest and it looks down like, you talk about uncertainty. Hello? Everybody's got it. And I mean, it's a natural place to be. So the trick is to not make it mean terrible things and not make it cause us to retreat to comfort because you're meant to be uncomfortable, just a little bit uncomfortable so that we can keep growing into our next stage. So self-doubt, it's just as natural as the little rumble in your belly when you've gone a while without eating. That's normal. You're supposed to have it. So don't seek certainty because you'll end up being the next person in a cult that needs to be deprogrammed and absconded carefully by your parents who flew in there's a whole story about a man who was in a cult, and then the parents had to like fly in SEAL Team 6 to extract him from the cult and then deprogram him. We are at risk of being that person if we seek certainty. Is there somebody who's going to try to sell you certainty? They're going to try to sell you the idea that, oh, it's the immigrants. That's the problem. It's them. It's not you. You're fine if it only wasn't for them. And then they use that as their reason to just create cultish adherents who then would also want to drop bombs on everybody. Why are we always back to bombs? Because that's the fear path. That's the path of scarcity, the path of fear, the path of separation. What's missing is people who don't know who they really are. They're going to believe the worst about themselves, and then they're going to project that onto other people, and then it becomes messy. That's where we're at in the world of appearances. But what we know is what Ernest Holmes and all of the ancient wisdom teachers taught. We are emanations of the one. We are all vessels with the divine inside of us. Period. That's who we are. And then our life is all about waking up to that. Every time we do a prayer, a meditation, an affirmation, study, and all of the things we talk about, all the pillars of principles and practices that get us back to who we really are, we're doing it so that we don't live in fear. We live in love, where people aren't enemies. They are our brothers, sisters, and ourselves. We see ourselves in them, even though it shows up a bit differently. It's what allows me to see my friends doom scrolling about the news. I see myself because that's me in a jungle. I get it. It's what lets us relate to each other so that no one's alone. Knowing who we are doesn't mean that we're not going to have struggle. We're not going to go through traumatic experiences. But knowing who we are, children of the divine, or just part of this big old tapestry, we can't even see the beauty of it because we're so close. We're part of that. So when we do go through traumatic experiences, we have something bigger to hold us. That's the benefit. It's not to live a life that the friction is taken away and then we'll just be, no, problems wouldn't exist if only those things didn't happen. We're not even appealing for the divine to take away problems, really. I think that's the thing. We're looking in ourselves to find out, what can I grow? Where can I grow inside me to be able to hold a bigger picture? A bigger picture. We need to be able to hold it, get our arms around this so-called other so that our arms are so wide that everybody fits in it. And that takes away a lot of the judgment. And a lot of times it's judgment of ourselves, if we're really honest. You find out the most judgmental people in your life, they're really hard on themselves. They live in, you talk about HE double hockey sticks. Ooh, it's not fun inside there. They're judging you as just like 10% of what's really going on. So it's like, God bless you. I hope you're okay. Are you all right? And then maybe tell them they're okay. Beautiful. Give them a compliment, something. It's not good in there. People forget who they are. So we do practices to remember who we are so that we can hold a bigger idea of ourselves and of each other. And how about we can hold more abundance, more friendship? What if making yourself bigger inside, embracing more of the divine lets you embrace more prosperity? What if we had enough practice living in lack, living in separation, and living in fear, and now we're turning toward that uncertainty edge where we're willing to hold more good. We're willing to be a little more uncomfortable accepting compliments, following through on the next thing. What I mean by that is not self-sabotaging your success, not shrinking when things are going good, afraid that something bad is about to happen, waiting for the next shoe to drop. What if it's your time to grow and really put all that work you've done internally, put it out there and show it? It's kind of scary. It's uncertain. What if people say things in the chat? What if they say in the comments, how is she blonde? She was just brunette. Girl, I could play. I could go online and shop just like everybody else. I get to play. Is it risky? Sure. I'll give you that. It's risky. But you know what? Who cares? Have fun. Live your life. Get out there. Do a little tiny baby step. What if people don't love it? They don't love it. So? I know I say that, but the minute I get a horrible review with one of the classes I teach, I'm like, and I have to ask ChatGPT to talk me off the ledge. I'm the same way. I believe the worst things people say, and I'm not likely to believe all the good things people say about me because I don't want to get a big head, because I don't want to be ego-driven. But what's wrong with just saying thank you when someone gives you a compliment? And, oh, well, if someone gives you an insult. That's a really good thing to try. In fact, I'm hoping that as I talk to you today, you're coming up with something this week that says, well, you know what I have a little doubt about? I doubt, and then usually some self-doubt, I'm not good enough. It's not time yet. Some little thing. I want everybody to think of a small step they could take and then allow it to land wherever it lands. Artists tell me that when they create a painting, they're not allowed to control how it's received. They say it's like a child you send off to school. You did your part, you raised them as well as you could, you taught them good manners, and they're polite. You gave them a lunchbox, you patted them on the butt, put them on that kindergarten school bus. You have to let them go, man. And then you can't control what that child experiences in the world because you kind of have to let them go. They say that's true about their art, their music, anything that sort of you give something precious of yours out to the world, you have to let go. So are you ready to try that? What is it that you came here to do, but you're kind of holding on to it because it's kind of precious and you have a little self-doubt because you don't really want to. What is it that you have to take one tiny step forward? Treat yourself like the sculptor, Michelangelo. Michelangelo. So I'm thinking Maya Angelou when I said Michelangelo, so I'm having a problem in my brain, but it's all good. It's all good. He said, remember what he famously said about David? He said, I just kind of looked at the marble and I was like, well, that part's not him and that part's not him. He kept chipping away at the parts of the big old pillar of marble until only thing that remained was the David statue that we know today. So it's probably risky. You're looking at this big old beautiful slab of marble because you're like, well, I mean, it's kind of fine like it is, isn't it? Because taking that first chisel and then keep going and keep going, it's probably risky. And I'm sure there's a couple of discarded non-Davids somewhere that nobody talks about, probably. I don't know. But the idea is it doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to start. Because I feel like as we get older and we become in our age of laying down and in our repose and we discuss, do we have any regrets? I feel like we're gonna regret the moves we didn't take. So let's not do that. Let's look self-doubt in the face and say, I see you. And come on, let's go through this doorway called doubt because there's something on the other side and it's really, really gonna be good. So each of us, we're a manifestation of the one perfect and complete divine. Each one of us. Not everybody but that guy. No, all of us are a manifestation of the divine. So we have a privilege of being able to explore what this divine being is going to do next. If it's kind of messy, so. All right. I should probably leave you with at least one quote. Normally, I give you a quote from Ernest. So, in The Science of Mind, I will end with this quote. On page 178, he says, "Our mind must be steady in its conviction that our life is some part of God and that the Spirit is incarnated in us. Affirmations and denials are for the purpose of vitalizing our faith, for the purpose of converting thought into belief of all things spiritual." So that's it. Our mind has to be steady. We use our practices. I can't wait to see what you step forward into. Even though self-doubt is there, it's supposed to be there, move anyway. All right, let's go within. There's only one divine energy that has birthed each and every one of us. It has birthed our entire existence. This one vast sea of potentiality where all things seen and unseen exist all at once, known as the quantum field by some. Others call it just the sea of infinite possibilities. That is from whence we came. Each and every one of us are imbued with a specific blend, a bespoke blend of personalities, energies, and strengths that allow us to participate in this bigger fabric, this bigger tapestry that would just be a little less without us. So I call upon us in this moment, every one of us, to step into our next expression, who we are and what we are here to reveal, here to learn, here to show, here to share and give. I speak my word that we expand our consciousness internally to hold more good, more love, more peace, more than we ever thought we could imagine. We boldly step into that embodiment. We're able to hold it and share it from a place of overflow. Every person that we meet is blessed with our energy, for we are here as a divine and high presence for the uplifting of all. And I know that all is well. Everything is unfolding perfectly for the highest good of all. So as I give thanks for this deep awareness of our true selves, I'm so steeped in gratitude to be able to witness this and walk through with this community, all that is held for us. I can't wait to see how it unfolds. Feels good. So with a nice smile of gratitude and well-being, I release my word into the law, knowing it is already happening. It is already returning because it is already done. So I let it go and I let it be. And so it is. Now let's get Leah back on the stage over here. Do it.
Love, will you guide my feet? Love, would you light my path? Love, lead the way. Love, will you fill my needs?
I'm trying to unmute. There we go. I was trying to unmute. So often I'm sitting here, I'm snapping, I'm singing along, and then I think, oh, she's ending? Like, no, 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 no. Like, I could go, we need a Leah concert, you know? All righty, all righty. Thank you so much for joining us today. And now is the time that we express our gratitude for the gifts that you give to us. Because you give your donations, we are able to do what we do on Sundays. We are also able to provide workshops, the music that you just heard, because we love our musicians, and classes and all that stuff. We also practice the law of circulation, like we mentioned in our opening video. We give to our home office that provides the materials that we use. Plus, we give to organizations that also share our vision of creating a world that works for everyone. So we are so thankful for your donations. You keep us coming here. You keep us able to do what we do. So if you're a regular, there's a good chance that you've already found a way to support us. And if not, take a look at the screen. And then you can always go to our website and hit that donate button. Now, let's go into the blessing of our gifts. And as we do that, you're going to hear some words echoed back from the meditation today, and really take them in, because this is not just a blessing. It's another meditation, a way of reminding yourself who you are. Here we go. The presence of spirit within me blesses everyone I meet, tends to heal everything I touch, brings gladness into the life of everyone I contact. Therefore, I am a blessing to myself, to humankind, and to the day in which I live. And so it is. All righty, now is the time for our announcements. Nothing today. How exciting.
We're coming up with classes, but I don't have time. We're not ready to talk yet.
No problem, no problem. Just know that there are things that are being discussed, kicked around, and we'll reveal as soon as we're able. And I do want to take this moment to remind you about pearls. Please hang around if you can. We like to just chat about what resonated with us during the message or the music or the meditation. We talk about movies, books that we're reading, anything that is inspiring us, how we're getting through our week, what we have coming ahead. Charlene, I got 2 quotes that I cannot wait to share. So if you can, please hang out. Stay with us for a little while after we officially end our service with this closing affirmation. Here we go. Now, if you're a regular, you know what I'm about to say. I want to see those little mic symbols. Thank you, Nancy. I can see them. Thank you. Thank you. Turn off your mics because I want to hear you. Here we go. All right. Say it loud and proud. You ready? I am love.
I
am love.
Ooh, beautiful. Now, think of someone who needs this message. It can be somebody who's in the room with you, a friend, a furry companion, a family member, or it can be somebody on the other side of the city that you're in, or the other side of the state, or the other side of the country, or it could be somebody on the other side of the world, because we know, like Reverend Charlene said, we're all connected. It's all one. So here we go. You ready? Again, loud and proud. You are love.
You
are
love.
That was beautiful. And now put your hands up for some love sprinkles. Remember, it's all love. Here we go. It's
all love.
love. It's all love. Wonderful. Thank you again for taking some time out of your day to join us. If you have to leave us, then know that we're sending you off with our love, knowing that you're going to have a fantastic week. And if you can, please stay. We'd love to chat with you. And that is where we